You know, when you're homeless in Boulder, you begin your homelessness at the band shell, and you unfortunately end it here. I didn't personally know everyone up on this board, but I can tell you that they were somebody's friend, somebody's father, somebody's mother, somebody's daughter, somebody's son. So with that, I would just want to say, rest in peace to those individuals. We get it together. So there are several people that are unfortunately on the wall today that I have varying history with during my time spent in homelessness in Boulder, and also through various attempts at sobriety in treatment programs. So the first person I'd like to mention is Josh Gallegos. I met Josh at the detox during his TRT stay, and would later meet him again at Fort Lyon. He was a super laid-back guy that made you feel special if he considered you a friend. He played the piano like one of the greats. In fact, at Fort Lyon, there was a super old piano in the community meeting room, and he spent many nights tuning it, so he had his own private studio to play. I am sure he is still playing music today. Campbell Haven. I'm at Campbell Haven around the way, Boulder, just down the streets. But we rarely met in the detox while he was waiting to go to art, ready to work. He had the greatest smile and the gentlest heart, and even when he moved to Texas, he still called Boulder home. Donna Garwood. She was one of the very first people I ever met when I got to Boulder, and boy was she a firecracker. She didn't have friends, she had family, and if you were lucky enough to be a member, she'd do anything for you. She was out on these streets for a long time, but still somehow managed to find these amazing leather outfits to wear. We spent a lot of time on this band shell getting trashed, singing songs. We slept here, got arrested here. Some friends are the type that you go through just about everything with, and that was her to me. I lost a little music when I lost her, but I know that she is singing today. She absolutely loved her family, Boulder and Paddock. Her sister told me when she got her property back that one of the few things that was in her wallet was Paddock's business card. Walsh. Walsh mainly hung in Lafayette, but I met him in detox. I don't know if you're picking up on the theme, but I met everyone in detox. I'd meet him again later at Fort Lyon. Alan was a terrific guy who loved to play guitar. At the fort, I watched him flourish as a student at the local community college. And I learned of his love for his daughter and God. He never took a bad picture, and he's always smiling like I'm sure he is right now. McFarland. A lot of people didn't know her on the street. She flew solo. But oh boy, this one. When I met her, she got on my nerves. But she earned my respect the day that she escaped the detox. Days went by and I was able to leave to get Wi-Fi for school. When the staff said, "Jen, if you see Patty, call the police." And I said, "Yeah, right." Well, it happened I found Patty that day, found her on Pearl Street. And I didn't know why the detox wanted her back, but I knew that if she stayed outside, out here alone, it wouldn't be a good outcome. So I made up all kind of lies. I told her the feds were looking for her. I told her whatever I had to get her back to the detox. So I negotiated a deal, a run to Liquor Mart to get her a pint for the bus pass to the detox. And I got her back. It took like 5 hours. Turns out that she had a brain tumor, and that's why the detox was holding her, so she could have her surgery. So then I left for Fort Lyon, and I didn't know what happened to her. When I moved back, about 6 months later, she became kind of sort of my neighbor. She loved her apartment, and she's one of the very few people I have ever met to tell me how much they love the shelter. Jonathanian Pair. You know how you have friends that have bad days and you think, oh, well, that sucks. And then you have friends that have bad days and you do anything to make it better. He was that sort of friend to me. He was from Illinois. And he loved the Cubs as much as I do. And in fact, he called me Chicago Jen. We lived behind King Supers on 30th for about a year in between dumpsters. And we tore it down on the backside of Best Buy more times than I can count. We went from the streets here to Fort Lyon. And we got to share that chapter of our lives. I learned he was a godly man that loved to work out. And then we moved on to our last chapter, coming back to Boulder. My life went one way and his another, but I always rooted for him, looked out for him. Sometimes I find myself still looking for him. I wanted him to make it, but God had other plans. The only thing that makes it easy is knowing he passed in Boulder because he loved this place. Thank you very much.